All right, well, I don't know yet. Looks like the thing's working. Looks like I've got that thing happening. Do I have volume happening? Is there noise? Oh, it's off. Yep, it's working. Okay. All right, good. Well, here I randomly am because I don't know. That's the only way I can do things. It's just completely randomly. Anyway, so it's Monday morning and it's fantastic because I think, but I'm not sure, and I could really be wrong, but with about 80% certainty, I've paid at least 80% of the fee towards the seed script. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And not just that it's the seed script, but I used the cryptocurrency. I used cryptocurrency to buy a thing. And it wasn't a pizza. And it might be worth $600 million in the future. I mean, I know it won't. I know it won't. I know it won't. My delusions are different from that. I'm not deluded about being a millionaire. Oh, but I did the thing. Since however long ago I discovered cryptocurrency, and I've made a wallet, and I've bought cryptocurrency, and I've learned how to trade it on my little market to make a stable market, something, something. And now I've bought a thing. I'm so excited. So it's Monday morning, and I should be checking in to tell you all the things that I've done since the last time that I was meant to be checking in to tell you all the things. And then I randomly decided, and it wasn't randomly, it was more impulsively. My partner mentioned to me that coming up to winter, he thought that it would be a good idea to swap over to a new power provider because there was a power provider that I can't quite understand it exactly, but I think that you pay up front for the power, and then you get a discount for paying up front, and then you have access to cheap power at night. So he said to me, if I was to, be up at night times, then I could wash the dishes and do the tumble drying and the clothes and whatever in the night, and that would serve as heating for the room. So it all sounded so logical and sensible when he said, what the plan could be. So I said, okay, well, I'll start staying up late at night. Now, the thing is that for the last 2 or 3 years, I have been battling with my admirable friend, Otto, to try and establish some sort of stability in my life. Because he's from the Navakavada school, the nuts and bolts, is that it doesn't matter what you think, and it doesn't matter what you feel, and it doesn't matter all these other things. What actually gets things done and brings us closer to mental health is the nuts and bolts application in daily life. So we've been doing a nuts and bolts application of setting me up a routine so that I engage with my day. I have a time to do this, and then I have a time to do that, instead of, oh, well, maybe I'll have some lunch, or maybe it's breakfast time, so I'll have dinner. It's just there's nothing happening. I never get anything done. I never get anything done. And then I remembered an old sort of mantra I had from my youth, from when I was awesome, and I got things done. I didn't just sit around and. Anyway, there was this old mantra that is if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail, right? If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. Now, one of the main things that I have realized during this whole investigation of mental health and how to actually sort things out, one of the main things that I've learned is that things are, you have to aim up, you have to be intentional, you have to try. You can't just wait for something to come along. A man who sits on the hill with mouth open must wait long time before roast duck fly in. You have to work very, very hard before the roast duck flies in. It's not to say that there won't be a roast duck. You just have to work very, very hard. If you're just sitting around waiting for something to happen, yeah, no. You have to do it every single day. So it's been a long, long struggle and journey for me to pick up that cross, to pick up that responsibility, to be that person, to do that thing. And yeah, sorry, just thinking about my family who've been looking after me and being so sweet to me and so kind and supportive, and the golden unfolding of family. All right, well, what was I saying? Something about something. Working hard, schedule. So I had the whole thing that I was doing, and it was working, coming, being accountable, saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it's going to be like this, I did this yesterday, and it was working. And then because Callum had a discussion with me, which now that he and I have re-talked a couple of days ago, he was saying, since I was getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning and was up from 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 hours during this off-peak time, I could... Otto. Sorry, Otto, I'm busy. I'm going to have to phone you back. Sorry about that. I hope you understand. Excuse me a minute while I just text him to say that I'm just here. Because he's obviously not here with me, because otherwise he wouldn't be phoning me. Right, Otto? Right, you wouldn't be phoning me, would you? Messages, 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 messages. No messages there. I will have to send one. Sorry. Just streaming for a minute or two. What is the time? Yep, it's only 11:30. Okay. Are we still on at 12? Sure. Okay, so I haven't got lots of time here because I have so many things to do. So anyway, the thing is that I was coming and I was speaking to you and I was sort of building up a few relationships with conversations. I suppose a relationship and a conversation is pretty much the same thing in my mind. My mother always says that love is shared experience. We love the people we spend time with. In fact, they did a study, college students, to find out why college students fall in love, and they found out that the main predictor of why college students, the main predictor of who will fall in love with who is people who spend the time together. Together on a project, and it's reasonable. Oh gosh, I am rambling. I was going to say it's reasonable because in the movies, actors always fall in love with each other. Sorry, so this is the thing that I meant to be saying. I meant to be saying that I was coming here, I was being accountable, and I was doing this thing. And now I'm back on a Monday, and I've had that long detour through using a conversation as another way to get out of responsibility, because it seems to be the thing that Tiggers do best. Tiggers do best. Bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. Something, something. So, all right, here I am. Had a very good, interesting, poetic reflection this morning on ethics, thanks to Minds Gaming's prompt from Infinity of the 7 embers of ethics, the principles on which the imagination network are built. Absolutely just so inspiring and so wonderful, and thank you so much for that. Okay. All right, so good. So Otto's going to be late. So it's all good. That's just why he was phoning me. So I don't have to fuss and rush. I can sit here and think about what I'm meant to be saying and get ready for the day and do this properly. Okay, but I don't know, it just helps me to do it with you. This is going to be a technique I'm going to need to perfect. This Brady hair, it's been a long time. I saw somebody the other day with like French plaits right up here, and I thought, am I going to bother with that? Am I just going to learn to do bang and then tie them in a knot and tie them in the bow? Do your braids hang low? So I don't need to rush off to go and see Otto in half an hour and get all ready for that, because he's going to be late. And so I'm back again to what I'm meant to be saying, which is I'm checking in because this works. Whew. Avoidance behavior, hey? Avoidance. And the thing that I have to do is to learn to stop asking why. Stop saying, why am I like this? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I had that really, really good exploration. I went in depth. I played cards with death. I realized that I don't know what I realized. I just felt that I'd resolved the thing and come to a place. Led by Infinity, of course, which is, however. And then I came down here, and yesterday I got myself into a mix-up and a stew. So today I need to do the job that I didn't do yesterday, which I'm okay with. I needed to think things through. I needed a little bit of time to digest what I have to do for the tutorial video for Vine Metrics. I'm going to do that this afternoon. I was meant to be doing that now, but the first thing I did was getting back to my schedule. I went to Mince.me and I paid for the seed script. And then I was so excited and happy that I'd paid for the seed script that I had to come and tell you. And then, because I was so excited and happy to tell you, what to have done things, I had to come and tell you. So I'm sitting here and I'm needing to talk. Isn't it interesting how some people talk so much and are so busy they need to sit down for half an hour and meditate and be quiet, and some people are so not busy that they need to come and talk just to try and get their brains going. So I need to get to busy stage. I need to get to busy stage, and I am. I'm working on 2 videos. One is an introduction to the Navakavada series that we're going to be doing, looking at life through movies, you know, seeing what lessons we can draw from the movies. I don't know if that's what Otto's doing. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm finding that I approach movies and entertainment, not as actual entertainment or as something to dull down my mind, but something to actually make me ask big questions. Because big questions to me are the most calming, peaceful, inspirational, motivational thing. Yeah. Right, so I have the intro that I'm doing to that, which is a collage of movie clips and AI clips, which, and then I did it yesterday and it was so good and it was so awful. I think that's how all artists work, is we make the version that's not going to work, and then we look at it and say, okay, why did this fail? Where did we fail? Not all of us, the ones like me. All right. I need to focus on what I'm going to do. I have a meeting now with Otto. Have a couple of other people that I need to get hold of. I've checked in with the funding. I still haven't received the payments. I've checked in to see if it will be put through tomorrow, because that's the 3rd time now. So I don't quite know what the holdup is. I hope that it goes through tomorrow. Had a great Zoom meeting with my family last night. Felt really good to be with them and catch up with them. And thanks, guys. Thanks so much. And so that was yesterday what I did. Today what I'm going to do, I think I've said, I'm going to do the Navakavada video introductions to the series, and then have the meeting with Otto about probably we'll watch the movie a little bit more together. We started, yeah, I'm not going to second guess it, but we're on progress with that series. And then the other thing is that the seed script is nearly bought. Plus, Satori D did his wonderful, wonderful thing of emceeing at the Ari Sirius event with all the videos that he also made that went up in the space to make it, you know, truly audio-visual 3D immersive experience. Just so exciting to be involved with artists like that. I also am working on some generating some clips to do another Ember video, and there's some more Ember stories to read and think about. And then I have set up another meeting on Thursday. I think after the Quantum Gathering, we're going to do another behind the screen with Lumina. I have to contact Satori D and tell him that. So the little community is buzzing and humming, and we're all getting on with our little things, and the creative stuff is happening. And soon we will be in a radio series. We'll be doing a radio series. And I went and checked in on the furniture last night, and Callum has moved a lot of things around in the shed because of the harvest and everything. Things needed to be whatever happens during harvest. And so I'm putting that whole thing. I said to you the other day, oh, I've done this thing, and now the end of the harvest, and so blah blah. But maybe the end of the harvest, but things are not back out and back to usual and running. So I'm too previous with that whole jump back in to the furniture job. And I'm realizing that I'm not going to beat myself up about not doing it and say, oh, I always start things and then I stop them. And I did that little video the other day where I put in the little intermittent patches, and I'm coming to terms. I'm the intermittent patches corner over here. I think about it like steps. You know, when you go to a park and there's a gentle gradient going up, and instead of them putting a path in, they put a little bit of path and then a little step and a little bit of path and a little step and a little bit. So I'm not going up steps like this. Like I'm not going upwards. I'm going upwards and then along and along and then upwards. So what I need to do is have more steps, compress my digestion phases in between, my digestion coma in between each attempt to do anything. All right. So many things to do, but 2 goals for today. 1, to do that continue on the recording with Otto to make the next section of the next movie, next video, and 2, to make the tutorial video for Canon. I didn't do it yesterday because I was playing with Introduction to Navigator. And also because the map wasn't ready for me. And so I had to sit around and wait and wait and wait. And then at about 6 or 7 at night, it was ready. And that's really late for me to start on a project. I'm much more of a morning person. If I can get my teeth into something in the morning, then I can maybe finish it in the evening. But to start something in the night is not a good psychological thing for me. So yeah. So this is today, that's what I'm doing. And I'm also doing the return to trying to do this checking in, which I've now been talking for, what, 23 minutes? Ah, for goodness sake. Okay. Well, I've waffled on. I really, really hope you're not still with me. But if you are, thank you very much for sitting with me and letting me get my mind together. And I will check in tomorrow. I will indeed tell you that I've done the thing. Okay.